My stream never started. I was off camera for a second. This rain sounds great. I wish you guys were here in person. You see, I love the outdoors, but I like video gaming too. So it's like if I could be playing Gears of War in the forest, that would be awesome. Where's this? I'm so fucking tired. I made a funny edit. I edited an entire hour-long stream. And it was funny because I used the shopping cart to launch myself. Yes, this video is still processing. Okay. That's fine. Thanks for being here with me, guys. I'll have to look into like why my internet is so choppy, because when the new Gears game comes out, I can't do that. So let's go to Twitch. Let's go to Twitch feed, stream manager. And we're in the chat. Honestly, Monster can sponsor me. Oh, that's so good. Monster can sponsor me, please. Okay, any second. That first little sip made me got a little air bubble. Got a little air bubble going on. Good morning. Thanks for stumbling across my stream. If you're new here, why don't you check out my YouTube? Hi, Salem. Why don't you say hi to the viewers? It's raining out, but it's peaceful. I love video games, but I love the outdoors. It's like the rain is coming down, and I could hear it. Sounds awesome. Anyway, if you're new here, don't forget to check out the YouTube link in the bio of this Twitch, because I really don't produce a whole lot of content on Twitch. It's just a live streaming platform, and then I'll rip those live streams and then I'll edit them and create stuff. I make videos in real life too, not just gaming content. So yeah. If there's a particular trick you like, or anything you want me to attempt, you could always hit up the chat. My cat is acting goofy, man. It's just a little bit of rain, my G. So he was a feral cat. He's from outside anyway. Has he been inside most of his life now? Yes. But sometimes he'll like hear something or see some movement that really wigs him out, and it's like, hey, You used to like dodge cars, buddy. I found him when he was only like 3 months old and some change. And it was never in the plan. It was never like, oh, we'll rescue the cat, take it to a shelter. It was like, no, I want to take care of it. Give me a second here. I'm, really feeling the hurt. It's gonna be another long day at the office, you feel me? I'm gonna need this double pendulum. We got the lemon lime sativa, and we've got the blue dream. Excuse me for belching so much. So a lot of the times I play it up like burp to be like kind of gross. But I did have a friend who was like deep into alcoholism, and he would chug beers, and he would always have that like comical Barney from The Simpsons like cartoon sounding belch. There's an entire excuse me. That's not cool. Coughing in your viewers' ears. There's a whole bong bowl that's full here. I don't even know what strain. Good to know. Good to know. I'm just gonna check one more time how far along my video is in processing. I always used to say a long time ago, even though I've always been fighting fighting the death grip of the capitalist war machine. What's up? Oh, I need to charge this, buddy. Get it. Get your laser. He's such a wacky bro. His favorite toy is the laser pointer. Okay, alright, anyway, what was I saying? I've always been a go against the grain kind of anti-establishment guy, right? I was forced to go to like Presbyterian school, and then so when I had my way, I went to public school for a little bit, and not too much about my life there, but like I usually like kind of keep my thoughts to myself, but for the sake of the content or whatever. But dude, if you go to back Israel and Iran and go shoot motherfuckers, you're a goddamn piece of shit. I'm just saying, like, if you're in the military and they go, hey, Israel did a preemptive strike on Tehran and killed a fucking shit ton of people because they said they might make weapons. That's an act of war, and you've justified an act of war by saying they might have weapons. We're gonna completely gloss over the genocide in Gaza. Talk about Iran here, because like then the motherfuckers from Lebanon and Syria they're gonna be like, hey, we hate you too. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, and it's stupid. It's bad and stupid. And Netanyahu's been saying this since 1996. Iran's gonna have a nuclear weapon. Iran's gonna have a nuclear weapon. We need to just stop it before it starts. We need to. So you did a preemptive strike because they may or may not allegedly could have been creating weapons of mass destruction. Where have I heard that before? I don't know. Maybe I heard that somewhere before. Anyway, I think war is unjustified and disgusting. And the only time that the application of that kind of force is okay is when you're being invaded. You know what I mean? Not being the invader. So anyway, they want to control the oil fields. And this whole nuclear scare has been going on since I was a child, okay? There was video clips all the way back in like 1995 of Netanyahu saying like, there's a nuclear threat. Hey guys, guess what? They were enriching uranium. Hear me out here. Hear me out. Not everyone has a war boner like America. They were enriching uranium for power plants, for infrastructure. So I've seen some of the video from the Iran side, and like just like it's like a regular ass neighborhood, and like people like pushing around shopping carts and baby strollers, and like it's like there's a shopping center and like a fucking just a normal ass neighborhood, and then all of a sudden like half of the building is gone and people are screaming. It's like, oh, okay. So what does this do now? What is that doing? So the fucking most fucked up part, like, don't get me wrong, like Obama was a fucking demon, just like fucking Trump. Okay, they all sometimes they come in different packages. They pretend to be progressive, but they still bomb the fuck out of the Middle East. You get what I'm trying to say? So, but Obama, he had the nuclear deal with Iran, and they weren't even enriching uranium for nuclear power plants. Oh god, why am I talking about this stuff on stream? I don't even fucking. Okay, I do care because I hate to see people suffering, and I hate the feeling that I'm accidentally privileged because I ended up being born where I was born. I don't really love that. Right? I don't make it a point to fucking feel guilty every day, but like, yeah, it's like I could be in a fucking war zone. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Trump is a maniac, and it doesn't matter really if you're like a vaguely racist Republican or if you're like a fucking hyper lib fucking pedophiles could be rehabilitated. You know, it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on at this point. At this point, it's just an affront to democracy. And it's fucking scary Gestapo shit, right? So, when Trump accidentally leaked everyone evacuate Tehran, the capital city, that wasn't just like sensitive information or like, dude, what are you threatening? That's a man that's in too deep. He's playing government boy, playing war man. He's in too deep. He doesn't. Sure, we glaze Israel all the time. We suck Israel's cock so hard, and we say, what war crimes? What war crimes? Sovereign nation has the right to defend itself. What war crimes? But this time, even though we glaze Israel and give them all the weapons to do their fucking heinous crimes, this time you can tell Trump was saying evacuate Tehran because he doesn't want the fucking, like, Trump is don't get me wrong, Trump is also a demon, just like, you know, like I called Obama a demon. Trump is also a demon, but even him, I think at this point, he's just like, okay, for what? Even someone as black-hearted as him was like, yeah, evacuate the city. We didn't want Netanyahu to strike. What happened immediately? They're blowing up the oil fields. Okay. Anyway, I have friends in the military. I have some people that really believe in, those values. And I'm not one of those people. That's okay. I have friends that believe in that. But even my close friends that are like oppositely politically aligned than me, they didn't drink the Trump Kool-Aid, right? And they're fucking freaked out right now. Okay. Oh my god, that was so classy. Holy shit, that was classy. Anyway, so, when people were protesting Vietnam and burning the flag, this is not our war, man. We can't just go everywhere because we're afraid of communism, playing world police. Okay, well, this is kind of the same situation. If you're deployed in Tehran, if you're in Tehran, if you're deployed in the capital city of the... Okay, I'm going to slow down my rant here. We're going to watch the clip, but... You can tell even Trump is like, fuck, man, I should not have been playing big boy games with world leaders. Because it's just a game to him. So, when he blurted that out, it's not just typical senile Trumpster, blurting out classified information. I think the one shred of humanity inside of that man was like, everybody should evacuate. So anyway, when I was talking about Obama, he had the nuclear arms trade deal where they can enrich uranium for like industrial purposes, but like they had to like have their nuclear program monitored or something, and like we got something out of it as far as like the oil fields or I can't remember. Obama did that, but because it was a Democrat, Trump goes, "Fuck that!" And he immediately, I think it was 2018. He just said, "Hey, fuck this Iran nuclear deal. What are we doing here?" And they started up their program again. They're enriching uranium, but for industrial use, okay? And Netanyahu's like, the bomb, the nuke that could... He's like, do you understand? If that bomb landed in Tel Aviv, it would level the entirety of Israel, country the size of New Jersey. Like, the crazy, you say anything. You know how cops love the "I feared for my life" excuse? And when body camera footage was just starting to be leaked on the internet, that was a real big thing. I feared for my life, yeah. That's kind of what's going on here. They have the technology. That means they will make the bomb. They will destroy Israel. And he talks out of both sides of his mouth like he's like, "We're fuck you guys, we're gonna kill you." But then he like humanizes them. He goes like, "But they understand that this is a political war. This is not the people of Tehran are good people or Iran or..." Dude, and the fact that Netanyahu does these press releases in English, we're gonna switch gears here and actually start skating soon, but just the fact that people that I know in my life, friends and acquaintances, they might be called to go to Iran and possibly die for one of the a stupid fucking... It has nothing to do with keeping America safe. or protecting our values, or protecting our citizens. Like, some people say, oh, you know, like America and the Middle East with their dick in everyone's business, playing world police. That's a good thing. We have control of the oil fields, and we're, you know, it's right. Say what you want about shit like that, but now this is like an overreach. Like, if you go to Iran to help Israel, like we're already helping them in the fucking genocide. You know, in the West Bank. And I had 2 friends active deployed there, and I didn't ask what they saw because I don't want to be like, dude, did you have to shoot someone that wasn't dressed like a combatant? I don't want to ask them that. You know, I'm not gonna give them a pass, but then again, I don't want to put the baby killer label on my own buddies, because they didn't have a choice of where they were deployed. They do believe in the American spirit. Anyway, not the hipster cigarettes. We're gonna put a marker here and start getting some drinks. Anyway, I just thought, since YouTube and mainstream media is blowing up about this right now, like, I thought I would say a few things. It's yucky. It's yucky and stupid. Like, I had some more points to say about it, but it's just yucky and stupid. Ooh, I hurt my leg. I hit my nuts. Okay. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, the nuclear stuff. And it's just, oh yeah, it's another thing. I saw the video of the Hellfire missile flying into the power plant, and then like the power in Tel Aviv turning off. This is like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is what you get, but this is the genocidal imperial boomerang effect. You've been doing so much like evil and killing that like the evil and killing is gonna start happening to you. And I have to be careful with the way I say that, because there was that fucking scumbag who threw a Molotov cocktail at the 9-year-old Jewish lady who was a Holocaust survivor. You know, like, free Palestine. People are getting distraught and they're misguided as fuck, shooting people, like, because they're conflating American Jews and people, European Jews that have survived the Holocaust. They're conflating that with Israeli nationals that are bloodthirsty, hell-bent on ethnic cleansing all of the Muslim people. That's why they're so racist. They're so racist because, like, they themselves, the Hebrew people, they consider themselves like non-Arab, like they consider themselves like Caucasians of the Middle East, if that makes any sense. And they consider all the Muslim faith people. Don't get me wrong, I hate all religion. I'm not making an excuse for Islam, but if you're gonna try and ethnically cleanse all of the people because they don't fucking fit your worldview, I mean, just say it. Just fucking say it. Because every single time he gets on the press conference, he does it in English, And honest to God, every single time Netanyahu says, every single time he's on camera, he brings up the Holocaust, which was in Europe, and it was fucking disgusting and wrong. But not only are they hiding behind a shield of weaponized anti-Semitism to avoid accountability, he goes 9/11, October 7th, 9/11, October 7th, 9/11, October 7th. He goes, because 9/11, not 9/11, the Holocaust. He probably would talk about 9/11. Do you see, I'm trying to make like cogent, cohesive points, but there's so much diarrhea all over the internet. Like, it's like Alex Jones saying like, the water's turning the frogs gay. Like, it's in a, you have to sift through all the information, right? And you end up hearing some pretty insane people. Why I kept saying 9/11 instead of the Holocaust, but yeah, he says the Holocaust and October 7th. Holocaust, October 7th. So he goes, well, since this happened, basically we need to do prolonged genocides on the people that hurt us. Oh man. It's bad because the Christian right back it for some reason. It's like, hey, guys, Israeli nationals don't believe in Jesus. They don't understand. Anyway, he always just brings up the atrocities and says, like, in an attempt to justify what they're doing. I don't know, man. I'm not an expert on geopolitical issues, okay? I'm not an expert on the, global. But from a regular dude's perspective, from a dumb skater, potheads, aging hippie, gamer's perspective, I just see people being hurt. I guess what I'm trying to articulate when I'm thinking about that my friends can be deployed to Iran and die for something so unrelated to the prosperity of the United States. No, it's just, we're living in such scary times. The conflict in the Middle East since 2001, since the post 9/11 syndrome, that's our Vietnam, Just the never-ending conflict in the Middle East. Alright, I had something else I wanted to say about this, but it's just, not only that, the disgusting stuff they've been doing in the West Bank with the genocide, and we're not gonna go into the details of it, but they're fighting really ill-equipped, people that, oh, what a dick slap. That's a good dick slap. They're fighting ill-equipped people that have been bombed to oblivion, and they can't get supplies or food in and out, and it's almost basically children. So, they're so used to that they're going to invade Iran, who has modern weapons, once they deplete their old weapons cache from the 90s or whatever. It's, when I saw that missile go into that power plant, they opened the proverbial can of worms, if you will. So anyway, they're not used to modern weaponry. Look how frightened he is of my cock. He's like, what? He just decided it was okay. Oh, he's licking it. No, wait, I want to see that dick smash one more time. Wait, ooh. I wanted to change the camera angle. Here we go. That side views. So yeah, they're going to be fighting modern weapons, and people on both sides are going to die, and it's going to be really fucked up, and we got to stop. You know, the only way for society and the whole fucking world to progress is if we stop supporting, you know, this disgusting fucking violence overseas. Oh, he's pissed. He wants to come get me. Is that the guy I dick-faced? Oh, he gone. I really did dick. Oh, no, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it. I was gonna have him chase me. I was gonna push him into the fountain. But he immediately goes for my wiener. I don't understand. He's like, oh, look at that. He's like, look at that fucking cock. Immediately tries to grab it. Pushes my belly button. I'll be right back. Give me a second here. I'll leave you. Oh, he's trying to tickle my nips. I'll leave it right here. Because he is trying to look at my pee-pee. No. This should be a statue. No. Okay. This calls for a double Benjamin. Trick. He just got out of the way. He farted at me. He definitely shit himself. That guy's looking at me too. What an asshole. Who put that there? Alright, we gotta free roam and do some actual skating. I was gonna hop on gears, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get a match. Again. Is there like a movable, like a park bench or something? Okay. This is taking a while to load. Oh, it's on wheels and it's rolling down the hill. Oops. Did it hit me? It pushed me. That one definitely pushed me. But it was getting speed. The car stopped. Hang on. This is gonna be silly. Alright, we're gonna get some gameplay. I'm sorry I was ranting about current events, but like, the world is fucked up right now. I really hope we don't invade Iran with Israel. That would be... No, it almost took out that skater. Fuck off! Okay, sure. Oh, fuck. All of this for very little payoff. I just want to get on this ledge. Oh. No. Don't want to be switch. God damn it. We got skateboard tit contact, guys. Can't we just give peace a chance? If everyone just smoked hella pot and did hella mushrooms, they would be like, bro, we should stop fighting. We should have sex instead. Titty. Titty. Bitch. What happened? Why it taking so long? Okay. Alright, it's time to actually skate. I have some time here. Let's get it done. Oopsie. Alright, let's get some shit done. I don't want you to be bored here. I sidetracked myself with that little Ransky. The situation over there is it's out of control. And I finally feel vindicated, and I finally feel like heard because I went to like the Presbyterian school for most of my life. You know, they're hyper supportive to Israel, right? Wait, where was the cool part? It was here. Was that the cool part? Whoa. Hold on. So they're hyper like allegiant to Israel, and I was catching shit for mentioning Israel as a pariah state in like 2006 and 7 when I was in high school, and because of this, I had some radical, you know, leftist views, and it didn't fly with everybody, okay? I wouldn't even call them radical, actually. I would call them, like, based now. And I would call them necessary now. But we were playing one of those games, word games, and it was an early word game, like, with cards. And it was akin to Cards Against Humanity. It was, like, an early, like, type of a game like that to get you to say outrageous things, and like everyone's laughing, everyone's having a good time. It's just a joke, okay? We're playing this game, and it's like I'm like a senior in high school, and we're like on like the class retreat or something, like before we graduate, and you know, we snuck off and got stoned, and we're chilling. We're all around the, I don't know, the communal fire pit area, whatever. I'm trying to spin a yarn. And we're playing this card game. And I was like, nah, I don't want to play. I was just chilling, listening to everyone talk, right? I know when I'm on here, I'm a motor mouth with ADD and mouth diarrhea, and I don't stop talking. But usually I'm like just kind of camped out, listening to what everyone else is saying, right? So I was like, no, I don't want to play. And they were like insistent. So okay, fuck it. I had the guy who was like leading the game or whatever. He drew a card for me. He said, if there was any nation that you would have just erased off the face of the earth, what would it be? Who would it be? I was like, Israel. One person like started crying. And one person who was, let's call him Brian. He was one of the actual nice kids in this Christian school nightmare, right? I think he's like some sort of wildlife photographer now, pretty based. He's like, he was cool, but he said, why would you say that? And then another kid who was, fucking bless him, he was like a fucking Wonder Bread bag filled with fucking pea gravel. But he said, why would you say that, dude? We're not talking about the Brian. We're talking about another kid standing next to him. So Brian said, why would you say that? And the other kid says, yeah, man, why would you say that? That's where God is from. I'm like, what? Like, I was already like a pretty outspoken atheist by this point, obviously. I didn't make it a point to be in constant conflict with my peers and like be like, oh, well, by the way, actually, no, like, I actually like kept it chill and civil. But then when I was getting grilled, why would you say that? And the one dumb kid said, that's where like God is from. Like, Jesus, he's like from New Jersey. Like, he was saying it as a matter of factly, like, oh, like, why would you say that? That's where God is from. So I said, because they're committing a mass genocide in the West Bank, and they've been illegally occupying the region for like, at that point in time, it was like 50 years. Because I was in high school a while ago. Now the conflict in air quotes, it's been like over 70 years. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Is that people are so programmed to glaze Israel. Because we're American, we're so ready to just accept that foreign leader in that press conference is saying something truthful, and he really needs to protect his people from a threat, imminent threat. But it's all a disguise, man. We're like just dick riding some of the most evil people in the world. I know, because I work in manufacturing, and I've like heard some Israelis talking, and someone confronted them like, fuck you. I kept my views to myself because I work in like an office and a plant and warehouse, so it's like I'm not gonna go down that road, right? But one of the Israeli customers was like, you have to kill them all. And I like kind of like overheard this, and someone gave a little pushback, which good for you for standing up for the right thing. But like in the office, like just like if someone's saying something heinous, you just smile and nod politely and say, "Oh, okay, Like there's like at least one bad seed Trumper, even though I work it anyway. You just kind of grit your teeth and you just go, oh my god, right? You don't say anything. Someone said like, hey, that's wrong, or like at the very least confronted what was said. And I heard this person say, well, that child is gonna just grow up to be terrorist anyway, so it's just easier to just kill them now. He said that. Like, no filter, mask off, in a fucking professional environment. So, like, I want to say anti-Semitism is wrong, and hating anyone for who they are on a base level is disturbed kind of way of thinking anyway. But weaponizing the Holocaust, weaponizing something just like that happened like that, weaponizing anti-Semitism, like when you say, hey, You should stop committing war crimes. And they're like, oh, Hamas, you work for Hamas terrorist, and you anti-Semitite, anti-Semite, Hitler, like no, you're doing a Hitler right now. That's what happened to the European Jews. You're doing that all over your region. Why? Because allegedly 3,000 years ago, a being from the sky said, bruh, you can have this land. It's not like your dad and you're living in the finished basement. Hey dude, God said we could have this. I said mask off, but there's a lot of canoodling and dorking around and changing words and changing. They should just say, yeah, we're doing an ethnic cleansing of all the Muslims because we hate them. And we know the Americans also hate them because of post 9/11 syndrome. And they're like, yeah. So they'll be on board with this. You gotta understand, Americans are so desensitized that they don't think of oh, that's other people. He's just having breakfast and he got hit with a missile. They think oh no, that's that person in some way, because of their nationality or where they live, in some way they must be involved with heinous anti-American activities, which is disturbingly racist, but it's normal in America to think that way. Unfortunately, it's normal to think that way in America. We're gonna get this here because I've been super ranty. It's just I don't know, man. We're funding a disgusting apartheid regime, and I went on that long meandering story about that card game at fucking senior whatever because I'm not bragging or anything oh, you dummies. It's just these were things that were they were apparent to me back then because of the social sphere I was in, and they were apparent to me. Wow, that guy just disappeared. They were apparent to me because I would investigate a little bit. I always hate that dumb Trumper or that dumb idiot friend you have that goes, do your own research, bro. Do your own research, bro. But no, I'd be oh, this is bad. Someone should stop this. And I thought it was I thought the irony was intense because some of the kids that I grew up with would go protest for certain protests. They would think that they were hippies or progressive. Meanwhile I was on the front lines of the demonstrations. They would say, okay, there was at least two of them that were against different South African warlords that had child armies and child soldiers. And we did the campouts and we did the the chants and let them go, whatever. And I'm with all these Christian kids who are at this event with me thinking they're being compassionate, right? In the same breath as trying to defend to liberate these child soldiers or whatever, they're supporting the apartheid regime in Israel and the state of Israel and the war machine. So I don't understand the logic of some of these Christian people I grew up with. It's either all war and violence is bad, or there's not some that's okay. You can't be Jesus was you know what? Some grotesque violence is fucking okay. some of it's chill. Okay, you know, they cut my nipples off so that you can like have a soul or whatever. Okay, I know I'm breaking it down in a cartoonishly simple way, but like that's the gist of it. Is that a spiritual being became a human so that they could be tortured, so that we could be somehow not go to an evil place, instead of just not sending anyone to that evil place because they deserve love. And then there's someone in the comments who's always like, well, does Hitler deserve love? I'm like, yeah, from a very rudimentary standpoint, yes. Maybe a little love would have kept him from, you know. Anyway, I just think it's kind of hypocritical to just, you know, to go to these rallies and like, I don't know, this was like from 2005 to 2009 was the era that I was still loosely associated with some of the people that I grew up with that were like vaguely Christian or hyper Christian, and going to these demonstrations like against like, again, 2 of them were against African warlords that were recruiting children or something, or kidnapping them, or well, I think my video's done uploading. It's not. Okay, I just got a couple hundred views just now. Anyway, it's like, yeah, dude, we have to protect these children. Meanwhile, it's like, except for kids, you know, over in that place. But God said they could have it 3,000 years ago. That shit infuriates me, man. And like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you gotta go gloves off. You gotta fucking argue with your Christian dad at dinner. You gotta fucking correct everyone. It's like, no, but it's getting to a certain point where it's harder to coexist because those beliefs that they have like inadvertently fuel like echo chambers of hatred and xenophobia. It's not intentional, you know? And I've said this 9 million times on stream. A lot of my religious buddies, they're like, well, I'm not one of the crazy ones. Those are the crazy Christians, dude. I believe it. I believe in, like, no war and love for everybody and, like, what Jesus said. But it's like, but dude, if you have to, off the bat, try to distinguish yourself. Oh, no, I'm not one of the crazy ones. Maybe there's a whole problem with that whole belief system. It's like, people don't exercise critical thinking. And part of the reason is because of, like, the whole, like, if you don't believe this, your flesh will be melting off for countless eons. And then your flesh will come, you'll reset and be retortured every day. Whatever hell, I don't know. They really believe that there's, like, some, like, red guy with a pitchfork running around being like, hey, you should get shit. Hey, you should steal. Yeah, you should fucking, yeah, dude. Hey, you should run your car up on the sidewalk, buddy. As if there's like an angel or a Jesus on the other shoulder saying, don't do it. Don't do it, Clarence. I'm sorry. This rant is really boring. We're gonna do this. Since we are running out of time, because I did get a little goofy there. Just the world is on fire, and it's scary. And it's scary because they're relatively young. I'm 35, which is fucking old head status by youngsters these days, but the world's on fire, and people, like, either are in, like, do nothing shock mode, or they're, like, drinking the Trump Kool-Aid. It's like, bro, you're in your 20s. You should be, like, more based. Anyway, America, I guess, makes a lot of money from foreign wars. Okay, I work in the manufacturing business. I see it firsthand. It's disgusting and unethical, and there's no laws against it. So basically, here in America, the way manufacturing is conscripted and contracted, you can literally be making parts that make weapons, right? For both sides of war. Very, very diplomatic. The unchecked capitalism shit, dude. It's pretty wild. Because, it doesn't even, at the end of the day, it's sad because it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. American manufacturing and American infrastructure is going to support giving everyone weapons. Jesus Christ, we're not doomed. If anything, shit's gonna go so belly up that, people are gonna, sing a different tune and be like, okay, well, this shit's not working. Hopefully it's gonna... The Trump shit is gonna crash and burn so hard that, we'll have the I told you so moment. And people might just be like, alright, well, this is a bad idea. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people are going to double down and be like, well, you just don't understand his vision. But some people are going to be like, yeah, this is cucked behavior. Total fuck-knobbed behavior. Alright, well. All I did was bake on my dab pens and say a whole lot of nothing. So, I have about 15 minutes left. Why don't we actually grab some tricks? What the whatever, that got pretty stupid. I want to do a really big crash and some gnarly flips before I go. This is a decent stream, and I might upload it just because I was ranting about stuff, but really check out the upload that's going to be going live pretty soon here. In fact, let me check my smartphone when I'm done with this set. Oh, Jesus. Video is still processing. Okay. slow motion. Did you guys see how I dislocated my ankles? Just to do that? Oh, that was sick. Asshole. That's okay, I still got a little time here, buckaroo. Thanks for watching the stream. Like I said, be on the lookout for the video. It says it's still processing, but I think it's only got like 10 minutes left. Like, it's a skate stream where I'm not as ranty because the current state of world affairs is hurting me mentally. But yes, I actually do some gnar tricks and I do some nasty glitches, and I make this shopping cart. Oh Jesus! I make the shopping cart launch me. Actually, as a matter of fact, okay, come on, load. Oh, okay, good. I think it's over here. Where is the fucking... It's this way, right? Fuck. Those shopping carts. I want to see if I can get a shopping cart launch. Oh my fucking styling Christ. Oh my fucking styling Christ. Okay, wait, where the fuck? I think it's this way. It's gotta be, right? No, Jesus. This is the hospital, right? No, okay, wait. Yes, it's back here, I think. The style just oozes out of my fucking cock slit, guys. First of all, I wanted to put my board in there, but that could have launched me also. Because I did the going shopping bit in my stream that I uploaded. Okay, watch this. Oh, no, no, no. Don't drop the skateboard. Come on. I tilted it. Okay. I want to put my skateboard in there. Running out of time a little bit, but I want to put my board in there, and then I'll make it launch me. Stop. Don't. Oh, there we go. No! What the fuck? You fucking bitch. Alright. Okay, this is... No! Oh. This is the hard part. I just want to jump on it. Okay, hang on. That's how I got it to launch this shit. Oh, yeah, sure. You could just like hit it, interact with it, try and upright it. Oh, can you hold on to it while I didn't realize you could do that. that might do some even more glitches. Okay, wait. What trick did I do that launched? Fuck. Ah, god damn it. See, that's why you just go to the stream, because I got it to work immediately. Well, I mean, when the video's up, not the stream. Bitch. Fuck. Fucker. Yeah, I can't get it to launch me. Okay. Stop. Oh, shit. Dude. Fuck that. Yeah, yeah. I was on it, and I did like a rally flip. Just went flying into the sky. Oh, dude. I felt like it was gonna do that. Oh, maybe it's gotta be on uneven ground, because it was making me twist out when I was doing it. What the f- I mean, that's gotta be how you do it. It just sent me into the moon. Yeah, something like that. It's not quite like that. It was higher and further, but yeah. Oh, I found this shit out just by accident. It was, you better not do that. Yeah, just like that. When you do the, yep. And it said, hey, you're gonna break your wrists on a dumpster. That works. We're gonna leave pretty soon here. Give me 1 second. Be right back, and we're gonna do some tricks at the skate park that's around the corner, and then I'm gonna peace out. want to do that. I kind of want to upright it. Let's go bring the shopping cart to the skate park too. Sure. Gotta go to the skate. Over in the shopping cart. Yeah, see, okay, I got my skate. And welcome to Jackass. Hang on, wait. You ready? Oh man. We gotta try that later. Because you can push the cart while you're pumping. And I thought it would just go down the stairs and flip me. I did it wrong. Hang on a second. Check this out. I mean, I gotta go, but... Okay, so... Oh, it's so stupid. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Oh, what if I get it to launch me after I bail? Having too much fun with this stupid cart. I got a sick cart launch in the video that's gonna be uploaded. So. What the? Oh well. I have to do one or two tricks here. Okay, sure. Well, okay. I did go head first into that one. Well, it's time to vacate, but I hope you have a stellar day. Let's just watch that face impact. I'm wrestling with it. Hey, Mom, baby, Kool-Aid. Oh, fuck! Oh, guys, wait for me. Oh, fuck. Oh, Derek, I think my arm is broken. Alright, it's time to end on that. Apparently, when you do this... Why do I always get these weird things to happen? I know it's a buggy game, and it's an old game, don't get me wrong, but... What the fuck? Alright, well... Don't invade Iran. Let's don't help. Let's not help. Current events talk with Iggs.